Hi Dollar Divas, welcome to Behind the Vanity. I'm Jessica. So today is my March Empties and it's been a pretty big month for empties. So I'm super excited to share what I used up this last month. Of course, as always, I will have my empties playlist linked down below. If you want to binge watch every empties video I've ever done, that will be down there in the description box below. Also, if you're new, welcome to my channel. And if you're not subscribed, I do hope that you will hit that subscribe button. And of course, if you're returning, welcome back to my channel. And so without any further chit chat, if you want to see what I used up in the month of March, definitely keep on watching. So like I said, it's been a big month. This is kind of a small container, but it is pretty much full. So I used up some makeup, which is always good. And I have a lot of hair dye stuff, and I'll explain that when we get there as to why I have a lot of hair dye stuff in my empties, like abnormal amount of hair dye stuff. So the first thing I used up, and I did just replace these, are these Neutrogena makeup removing cleansing towelettes. These are the singles and they are the fragrance free, and there comes 20 to the bag. I purchased these the end of last year sometime. It might have been October or November, somewhere around there. And I use them very infrequently, and that's why I kind of bought them in this single pack. I put a couple in my makeup bag, I have a couple in my car, a couple in my purse. Generally, I wait till I get home, and I used to take off my makeup like before I left work. And I know it's weird, if you don't know, I work in a show, and I would just like take off my makeup before I even left the theater. So when I got home, I could just wash my face. But I haven't really been doing that lately, so I only use these if I like really want to take off my makeup. So I don't use them very much. It's kind of like an emergency thing. And I do find that they are more saturated. You know, one cleansing towelette. Sometimes when you have them in the big package, they don't always stay moist, you know what I mean, that kind of thing. So generally I do come home and take off my makeup with like a makeup removing cloth, like a reusable one. But these are a nice treat when I do just want to get my makeup off, to have one of these little individual pre-moistened towelettes. So I did use a bag, and I have repurchased a new bag, and I'm sure that will last me a while as well. So again, something you don't see very much in my empties is baby wipes. As much as it used to be like 2 packs a month. It used to be a lot. But these are the CVS Ultra Soft Cleansing Wipes. These are fragrance free. And I think I bought like a 6-pack or like 2-3 packs last time I purchased these. These are kind of my go-to. They're just, buy them at CVS. I always get a good deal. I always have coupons. I always get discounts. So I do, of course, have several packs around, but I do not use them nearly as often as I used to. So yeah, I went through a pack of these, but I don't know if there was a pack in my last empties or the one before that, but now it's like one a month or every other month I go through one. So that has been an improvement, but yep, I used up a pack of these this month. Then another thing I used up was this L'Oreal Elnet Satin Hairspray. It's extra strong hold, unscented, humidity resistant, disappears at the stroke of a brush. This has now been around for a while. This was my first time using it. It was good. There's a John Frieda hairspray that I like to use, especially for the stage. It holds my hair firm. This didn't do that as much, but I never experienced really flaking in my hair. Of course, I have lighter hair, so I wouldn't notice it as much. But I did like this. I have not repurchased it just because I've got a couple of these John Frieda hairsprays around. I would repurchase it though. I mean, it was nice. I bought that because I bought this because I just kind of needed something. So I'm not going to run out and purchase, but I did enjoy it while I had it, and it lasted me a long time. That's a big can. So I did really enjoy this. So something else I used up was this e.l.f. Daily Brush Cleaner, and I have since repurchased 2 more of these. My favorite brush cleaner that I use kind of like in between washings is Bare Minerals Quick Change, but money was a little tight, so I just decided to buy this. And I wasn't going over to Ulta very often. Do have one now that I'm using, and I have a backup. And eventually I might go back to my Quick Change, but I do enjoy this. It does clean off your brushes pretty good in between, you know, between when you want to wash them and stuff like that. So this is really nice. I can usually find it at CVS and all that good stuff. So this is good. It's not my favorite, but in a pinch, if I don't have my Bare Minerals Quick Change, I will pick this up usually. And I used up a deodorant. This is just the Suave 24-Hour Protection Fresh Invisible Solid. I do like an antiperspirant deodorant. And this just seems to work fine for me. I usually buy it in like a 2-pack at CVS, again with coupons and all that stuff. So I've already repurchased. I think I have another backup. seems to work fine for me. So yeah, just, you know, very cheap, very affordable. And like I said, seems to work for me. So always repurchase this. So I have this stuff here, and this is actually the second one I've ever had of these. This is the Living Proof Perfect Hair Day Nightcap Overnight Perfector. And it's kind of like a sample size. And it's nice. I will not run out and repurchase it, but I did enjoy it while I had it. I'm a sucker for like a leave-in conditioner. So it was nice, and I would totally use it again, but I'm not gonna run out and repurchase this in particular. So, but really nice. So I'm gonna go through the hair dye stuff first, and then we will get into the makeup that I used. And I did use up quite a bit of product. So the first thing that I used up for hair dye is this Age Beautiful 20 volume developer. I usually use 20 volume developer with my toner. So like after I kind of do the bleach or the highlights or the roots or whatever, I will use T18 toner and mix this with that to kind of tone down the brassiness. So I used up a 20 volume developer. I actually threw away, I had a little bit in a bottle left of the developer, but it does tend to oxidize before I get to it if I have some left. So I ended up throwing it away versus putting it in my empties. I don't know why I did that. I probably should just put it in my empties. And oftentimes I do throw it away because I'll have some left. And so I tend to forget to sometimes put it in my empties. But anyway, so I did use up one of those as well. Well, didn't use it up. I just threw away what was left. But I used up the developer that I used with that. Now, I'm not brand specific on my developers. I'm just number specific. I use 10 volume for one thing, 20 for another, 40 for another. 20 volume I usually use with my toner. So then I have all of these dyes. So usually in between where I pull my hair through a cap and touch up the roots, I know I pull it through a cap. It's terrible. You know, not the best thing, but it's how I do it. And I'll just kind of get my roots and, but usually to like draw out or like sometimes here, like to blend this in or to kind of get a little bit more time in between my bleachings, I will put like a blonde dye with like a 10 volume developer just on my roots and just blend it out, and it will lighten up the dark parts just a little bit and blend the darker parts of my hair into the blonde. It'll also cover up grays and cover up any little imperfections from bleaching it. So I'll do that in between my bleachings. When I went to do that this month, I had a couple colors. I've had these for a while and I've just got like dark gold blonde, medium gold blonde, extra light gold blonde. It just depends on the mood that I'm in or whatever. I mixed, I think, a couple of these up and they seemed oxidized and they were on the tail end anyway. I mean, there was only a little bit left in them. So I just decided to like let them go. After I mixed it, it just didn't look right. So these I've had for a while. I am going to repurchase more dye, of course. All of this stuff I will be repurchasing. Although this brand here, I did not see it when I went to the Sally's the other day, so I might not be able to. This is the one and only argan oil hair color. Like I said, I'm not super brand specific when it comes to my brands of dye or bleach or anything like that. So I will repurchase a dye, but yeah, these, I didn't want to take the time to put it on my hair and stuff if it was oxidized and maybe not going to work or have a bad reaction. So I kind of just let these go. So what I did end up using was I had a little bit of this left. This is the Age Beautiful Permanent Liquid Cream. I don't know what shade this is in, but it was, oh no, this was in medium blonde. And I think this was the one I ended up using. It ended up being a little dark for my hair. I do like a light or an extra light blonde with like a 10 volume developer to do that, but I ended up using this and it worked. It served its purpose and I finished it up. So that's a good thing. Now I can get like fresh products, which is pretty important when you dye your hair and do your own hair. So some of these products were not so fresh. So now I can kind of start new and all that good stuff. And then also in bleaching my roots, I had one of these left and usually I use 2 or 3, but for some reason I only used one this time, and it's the Ion Color Brilliance Absolute Perfection Booster Step 1. This is like a dupe for Olaplex. It's really cheap. It's like less than $2 a vial, and you kind of go based on ounces, how many ounces of hair color you have to how much of this you need, but it just comes in a little vial and you add it. And I've noticed it's really helped with the breakage of my hair after I bleach. So for the little amount of money it costs, for me, this is an absolute staple. So yeah, this is a staple in my hair dye routine, kind of up for the last year or so. So I've really enjoyed this stuff. So now on to the makeup. There's 7 things in here, which is really, really, really exciting. The first is not so exciting, but It is a LA Colors Lash Adhesive. These come 2 in a pack, and this is the second one. In a pinch, I would repurchase, but honestly, if they have the Ioni glue on the brush, that's what I'm gonna pick up instead. But in a pinch, it worked really good, and it'd be really good for travel because it's just little, you know, to fit in your makeup bag. Like I said, not bad, but I will pick up the Ioni one at the Dollar Tree if I see that instead. I do have plenty of lash glue at the moment, so I don't need to run out and purchase anything, but at the Dollar Tree, I would purchase the Ioni one over this one, but this one works really great as well, so can't complain at all. Then the next thing is a mascara. I am really good at like replacing my mascaras like every few months or so, and this is the LA Colors Curve Wowie Lash, and I really did not like it at all, so I probably will not repurchase this, but I have had it for a few months and it was fine. I usually just use it for under my fake lashes anyway, because when I do, on the rare occasions I wear my own natural lashes, I like my It Tight Line Mascara Primer because it really just, it does the most for my really sad lashes. So, but I usually just use, like right now I'm using a Wet n Wild one from the Dollar Tree to throw on under my lashes, and that works fine. So as far as mascara under my lashes, things from the Dollar Tree are just fine, but this is not my favorite mascara. I liked one, it came a little bit more in like a green tube. It was like the Hourglass or Volume Lash or whatever. It was a little bit better because I liked the applicator brush a little bit better. I didn't like this curved brush at all. So I finally used up this L'Oreal Infallible Full Wear. I do have a replacement that is in my makeup basket currently, and this is the shade Vanilla. The shade that I got is a lighter shade called like Eggshell. And so yeah, this is just a really nice full coverage concealer. I primarily use it to clean up my eyebrows, you know, if you watch my videos. But when I was trying to finish this up, I did use it a little bit on my face, and in a pinch I will use it on my face. But yeah, really like this, really like this. I had this for probably at least a year, so really enjoyed this a lot and have already repurchased my backup. So then this eyeliner was in my last makeup basket. I got it in an Ipsy Glam bag. It's the Modster Smooth Ride Supercharged Eyeliner. This is in black. It actually had some pencil left in it. Obviously it's not really extremely short, but it was broken inside and it would fall out, and I got sick of dealing with it, so I put that in my empties because it was just getting to be too much. It would fall out, and I have patience with so many things, but I didn't have the patience for this, so this is done. Then I used up the Stila Glitter and Glow in Follow the Sun. This came in a trio that I bought at like TJ Maxx, and I used it up. I pulled the stopper out. It didn't dry out on me. Just a beautiful inner corner highlight, and so yeah, I was really glad that I was able to use this up before it dried out. Then this I was really happy to use up. This is the Hey Honey Trick and Treat CC Cream. This is for light to medium skin tones. Got this in an Ipsy and hated it, but I was bound and determined to use it up, and I did. If you watch my videos, you know how I feel about it, but if not, if you're new to my channel, it just made my skin really, it looked very wrinkly, it looked very dry, it just did not do anything good for my skin. Although it seems to get very good reviews on the internet, it didn't work for me, so I'm really glad that this is done. And then last but not least, another thing that I got as a sample in some beauty subscription at some point was this Hanalei Matte Bronzer. And of course used the whole thing. It was just this little sample, and it was really nice. You know, just a matte bronzer, nothing special. I wouldn't run out and repurchase it because there's so many matte bronzers now, but it was really nice, and I did use the whole thing. So I hope that you enjoyed another Empties video. Like I said, I will have my entire Empties playlist linked down below with all of my Empties videos. I do one of these every month, so I'll have that link down below in the description box. If you did enjoy it, show me you did by hitting that like button. Also, please share this video with anyone that you think may enjoy it. Empties videos they can be very addicting for a lot of people. So I know a lot of people really enjoy them. So if you could do me that huge favor and share it with anyone you think may like it. And comment down below, have you used any of these products? Do you have an opinion on any of these products? Definitely share your opinion down below in the comment section and let me know. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.